So I am now 7.5 weeks out from Copenhagen Half. I've been training in Dubai, which, as you can imagine, is hot and humid at the moment, makes things a little challenging. And on top of that, Coach Ben decided to throw an extra challenge into the mix by introducing double threshold days into my training plan for the very first time. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow is the double threshold day. It was meant to be today, but this morning the humidity was kind of bad. Tomorrow morning, the humidity is a little better, so I decided to swap things around. Today I did an easy double. I just got back from my second run of the day, easy 5K. And tomorrow is the double threshold, which will be my fourth one, is that correct? Yeah, my fourth one. I feel like I'm getting the hang of it, especially since last week. Last week was, I felt, my first really good one, well executed double T. So I realized that I've actually not quite documented this training block so far. I did a vlog on week 1 and that's about it. So I'll also give you a bit of a training update and yeah, tell you how it's been training in Dubai in July. See you tomorrow. Packing for a track session these days is like packing for a weekend trip. So plenty of water, frozen water, got the gels, the sunglasses, towels, very important because we are absolutely sweaty messes afterwards. Also spare clothes. So my session today is 6 by a K, 90 seconds recovery. I was very tempted today to wear carbon shoes for little bit of extra boost, but decided against it, and I'm going with my Saucony and Endorphin Speed 5, which have a plate, but it is a nylon plate, so it's not, the same effect as carbon. It turns out it is in the 70% humidity, which is actually the same as yesterday, so jokes on us. The humidity is actually not any lower this morning. Just finishing up the warm-up now. Gonna do some strides and then get started. I'm already feeling very, like moist and sticky. 10 minutes in. Rep 1, I think 352 minutes per K. Ben is warming up, while finishing his warm-up. He's got a longer session than me. I'm already riled up because someone else walking or even standing still in lane 1, like, I don't know, I've got no patience this morning for these sort of things. I've down, one more to go. Oh. Here's Ben. I am really feeling the heat and humidity now. Done. Humidity absolutely killing me. It's just dropped me off at Spinneys. So a little tradition after the track. I get some bits and bobs that we need for the meals, and then I go to Starbucks, get myself a coffee. Right, so the post-session breakfast is this pot of overnight oats. I got so lazy in Dubai that, a few times a week, I can't even be bothered making my own oats. What I do, because I do like to have protein oats, is I'm just adding some of this protein chocolate flavor in it, and then usually I add a little bit more milk to really blend the protein properly. So earlier this morning, I wasn't overly happy with my reps just because I thought I was a little slower than what I actually was. Now that I've had a proper look, I'm actually quite pleased with it. The thing I'm struggling with, right, is that because of the heat and humidity, it's hard for me to gauge progress. Am I moving in the right direction? Am I actually improving? Am I regressing? Am I going backwards? Like, I feel like I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, that's the thing I'm kind of like struggling with a bit. But yeah, on the double threshold, like honestly, I was the first surprised when Ben told me that we were gonna give it a go for this training block. I did not see it coming, but at the same time, I was very much open to trying. Now we're not doing it the scientific way. We don't measure my lactate. I don't have proper heart rate data because I've not had my Chorus armband for months and months now, because since it broke, I didn't want to buy another one. I was so put off by the fact that it just randomly stopped working. And my watch heart rate is so wildly inaccurate that I've actually turned it off. Like, I don't want to look at it because it really pisses me off how inaccurate it is. So yes, we are going by perceived effort basically, and I've got a bit of an idea, like a ballpark of the paces I should be aiming for. So for those double threshold days, my morning sessions, we do long reps. So I had 4 by 5 minutes, 3 by 8 minutes, 4 by 6 minutes. And for those, the aim is, I would say, the faster end of my tempo pace, like 3:55 to 4 minutes per K. This morning it was kilometer reps, 6 by 1K. Those reps were shorter in time because it takes me less than 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes to do 1 kilometer. So this morning the pace was slightly quicker, like the aim was to be more around half marathon effort. So 350 to 355 minutes per K. And the evening sessions are shorter reps and a little faster pace, like more around 10K effort. So I had 10 by 300 for my first 2 evening sessions. Last week I had 10 by 400. This evening again 10 by 400, and the aim is in the 340s, like 340 to 350 minutes per K. I did one of those evening sessions on the treadmill, absolutely hated it, hated every minute of it. I was like, never again. So although in the evening at like 6 p.m. when I do the session, it's bloody warm, like we're talking 37, 38 degrees, at least it's not that humid, it's more the dry heat, which I find a bit more manageable than when it actually is less warm but more humid. So yeah, I'm pretty sure tonight I'm gonna go back to the track. I've kept my wristband because I cannot put myself through another session on the treadmill. Like I just don't want to do that again. But yeah, it's still very new to me, and I'm like kind of like nervous about it because I don't want to go too hard on the morning session and then blow up on the evening session. And I don't know, like today, the whole day, the other session is going to be at the back of my mind, and I'm going to be struggling to focus on the work that I've got to do because I'm just thinking, you know, about that session, and I'm a bit nervous about it. But yeah, basically until I go back to the track, I'm going to focus on staying hydrated, fueling well. I'll do a little bit of mobility this afternoon, and hopefully another good double threshold day. Right, so lunch on double workout days is quite plain and boring. Let me show you what I'm making right now. Scrambled eggs in the making here, and then I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. We're gonna have some rice on the side. After that, I'll probably have some plain yogurt. Yeah, keeping it very beige, very plain, very boring, but the last thing I want is to feel bloated and have a heavy stomach tonight for the second session. I was using the massage gun on my legs. I was kind of like having a look at the past few weeks of training, and then I remembered, oh wait, I need to give them a little bit of a training update. So I have completed 4 full weeks in this Copenhagen half marathon training block. I'm on my 5th one. The thing I am happy with is volume. Mileage has been good. So I started the block on 100 kilometers, and then the second week was 108. I ran a little over than planned because I extended my longer run that week, and the past 2 weeks were 104 kilometers. It is the first time ever that I'm starting on 100 kilometers like right out the gates. Now, what is different in this block is that the humidity dictates a lot of things, like I'm moving runs around during the week, like moving sessions, trying to accommodate for the conditions. And also it plays a part in the long runs, both in the length of those long runs and the intensity. There were 2 Sundays where the humidity was actually not that bad, and I was able to add a steady block into my long run. So what's missing really is those long run workouts that are usually the backbone of my half marathon training. Like usually my long runs are like easy, steady tempo, even sometimes faster than tempo. And I've not done that. Now we will be in Europe very soon, and I will start doing that. But it's my worry that, am I going to turn up to Copenhagen undercooked in terms of readiness for the distance? Is possible. And also, let's not forget the fact that I've not raced in ages. I feel like I forgot what it's like to get race fit. I said earlier, I feel like right now I don't actually have a grasp on my true fitness level. So all of this combined, honestly, it just puts a big question mark on Copenhagen and what can I even run, like what can I do? I'm gonna head back to the track in 2 hours. So now it's time to start munching on this energy bar, Sturker rice bar, apple flavor. Back at the track for round 2, Ben opted for the treadmill for his afternoon session. So I'm on my own. I feel like it's a bit warmer than when I went in the afternoon last week for my afternoon session. Like the air is very stuffy today. My God, I am low-key dreading those reps. So that's the warm-up done. Let's get cracking. 6 down, 4 more to go. The pace is alright, but if it drops off, I wouldn't be surprised. All of a sudden I got this like wave of heat coming over me. Two more. I am supposed to jog the recoveries, but I'm like walking half of them. Last one, very last one. And I put the stats on the screen. I think I was sub 350 for all of them. That was definitely warmer than when I came last week at around this time. I'm glad I got it done. It wasn't particularly enjoyable, but I'm 100% sure that I would have hated it really on the treadmill more than outside. We are not exactly spoiled for choice for dinner. Basically, we're gonna have this ravioli, and then we should have, yes, we have some peas. So it's going to be ravioli and peas tonight. Not that interesting, but that's all we got. It was just a little over 20 kilometers of running for the day, 20.2 I think, including the warm-ups and the cool-downs. I would say it was a pretty good, pretty solid double T day. The morning session went well. The evening session went well. The only issue with evening sessions is that I am absolutely wired now. Although I feel physically tired, I will not be able to fall asleep very quickly, and I will have probably a terrible night's sleep, so not great for recovery. On that note, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one.